What is up, everybody on YouTube? It's like almost 2:30 in the morning. I wanted to do this video because I get asked this question a lot, and I waited till now to answer it. But I just wanted to see if there's people who's genuinely interested in why, or were they just asking just to ask. And I got enough questions. Well, I got enough people to ask this one question. Question is just why am I such a Android a fanatic fan, whatever you guys want to call me. So I'm going to answer that in this quick blog video. There's the main point behind why I'm such, a fan of Google products and Google's mobile OS Android. I think, just real quick, it has to do with the fact that, one, it's open sourced. Two, it's customizable. Three, it just works. Just kind of bring it in a nutshell. The open source part I like is because of the customizations you can do to Android. And with open source, basically you, me, and anyone in between can, develop for, an Android software, basically taking Android and just putting our own little spin on it. Whether we want to change the coloring, we want to add features to it, we can do that. That's one of the biggest things that drew me to actually support the hell out of Android, was the fact that people can show their creative side. And it's great. I mean, think about it. You have an idea, you want to put that into effect with Android. Say you have like you think that Android should run a certain way, should have certain features. So you implement those features. You work hard to put this ROM together, you put it out there. You basically get to show your creative side. And then people like me get to appreciate your creative side. Because when we download and we go through all the right steps, which means like rooting your device, installing the proper recovery, or the proper custom recovery, and flashing that ROM, we get to enjoy your ideas brought to life in a mobile OS that is Android, but with just your signature on it. So there we have a custom ROM. And that's the whole point of customization, being able to change your device around, whether you want this many home screens, you don't want no home screens. Maybe you just want one. Maybe you want your icons to look a certain way. Maybe you want certain widgets on your screen. Like, you have that availability. So being able to customize your device, of course. The other thing is variety. There are many manufacturers out there that build hardware to house Android. Whether it's Samsung, LG, HTC, Kyocera, Motorola, ZTE, the possibilities is endless. And it's not just one device from each company, it's like whole catalog. There are lots of phones. If you just go to look, Samsung Galaxy line of devices, there are so many Galaxy devices out there. Then they have the Note series, which is supposed to be like their phablet style phones. And they put their own skin on top of that, which is TouchWiz. Some people like it, some don't, which is, again, it goes back to customization. If you don't like it, you can take it off. You can change it. Of course, you have to do a little tweaks to it, but it is well worth it in the end. So variety is a huge part of it. Like I've said in past videos, my goal is to actually be able to use Android on just about any manufacturer out there, to try out their device, see how well it works with them. When you look at Apple, they're very limited. They just have generations of iPhones. That's really all you got. If you want to actually try and make a basket of iPhones look like a variety of differences, like you could with a basket full of Android devices, The only thing you really do is just separate which one's Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile. That's pretty much it. Other than that, when you look across at Android, you got different colors, different sizes, uh, different hardware specs. It's endless, and there's always a device that comes just super close to fitting the user who buys it. So, and it just works great. I mean, not, you know, every year they come out with a different version of Android, and that's because it's not perfect. You know, I can openly say that Android's not perfect. They always change and rebuild or add on or fix in the next version. Of course, you have minor tweaks and fixes in, the minimal versions, like, Jelly Bean 4.1 to 4.2 Jelly Bean, 4.2 Jelly Bean to 4.3 Jelly Bean. There's always minor fixes, but in the major updates, there are huge UI changes and things like that. So they're always constantly fixing, changing, and trying to make things more pleasing to its consumers. Apple does the same thing. Okay, so for a lot of people who've gone years yelling at people who have Android devices like, oh, iOS kicks Android, but no, it doesn't. And the proof is in the pudding. Because if Apple and iOS did kill the hell out of Android, then there wouldn't be an iOS 8. They would only have like iOS 3, and it would have been on that all the way until now. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Add on certain features here and there, but there are things that they did that they had to fix, change, things that their own customers didn't gravitate to, so they had to take out, replace, reformat. Every tech company does that. There's not one perfect operating system. But the list of reasons I gave you is why I like Android. Thanks for watching this late night vlog, and if you thought it was cool, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I am super sleepy, but I just wanted to talk to you guys because you guys are awesome. Have a good night.